In ancient India, over 3,000 years ago, palmistry, known as Samudrika Shastra, was a revered part of the Vedic traditions. Practitioners believed that a person's character and destiny were imprinted on the palm at birth. Around the same time, in ancient China, palm reading became part of the broader practice of physiognomy, which studied the body to interpret personality. Chinese practitioners believed the left hand symbolized potential and the right hand showed realized characteristics. The Greeks brought new life to palmistry. Aristotle, the great philosopher, is said to have introduced palmistry to Alexander the Great, who used it to judge his generals and soldiers, believing the lines of the palm revealed one's bravery and intelligence. Ideas from both the Greek and Indian traditions. In medieval Europe, palmistry fell under the suspicion of the Church and was often associated with witchcraft. Despite this, secret societies and mystics kept the practice alive, passing down their knowledge through encrypted texts. With the Renaissance came a rebirth of interest in the occult sciences, including palmistry. Scholars like Paracelsus and physicians studied hands not only for fortune-telling but to diagnose health conditions. Palmistry spread across Europe through Romani communities, who became iconic figures in the art of hand reading. Gypsies introduced a more accessible form of palmistry to the public, interpreting common lines and mounts. In the 19th century, the Victorian era saw a fascination with the supernatural, and palmistry became a popular parlor game. Palm readers used detailed maps of the hand to reveal romantic interests, career prospects, and hidden talents. William John Warner, known as Chero, revolutionized palmistry with his books and readings for celebrities. His fame brought palmistry into mainstream popularity and shifted perceptions from mere superstition to a respected art. In palmistry, the lines and mounts of the palm each correspond to different aspects of life. The heart line reflects emotions, the headline relates to intellect, and the lifeline reveals physical health and vitality. The 7 mounts of the palm: Jupiter, Saturn, Apollo, Mercury, Mars, Luna, and Venus, represent different planetary energies. Each mount is believed to hold secrets about the person's core nature and inner motivations. In Indian and Chinese traditions, a long lifeline is auspicious, representing a strong physical constitution, while breaks in the line indicate challenges. Western traditions often view the line as indicating life's overall vitality. In Greek mythology, the Venus mount represents love and sensuality. Associated with the goddess Venus herself, a prominent Venus mount indicates a passion for life and strong romantic tendencies. Linked to Hermes, the Greek god of communication, the Mercury mount indicates wit, intellect, and social adeptness. In Indian palmistry, it's also a sign of financial acumen. The Saturn mount is linked to discipline, fate, and karmic lessons. Strong Saturn mounts signify a person of resilience and patience, often navigating hardships with wisdom. In the 20th century, some neuroscientists proposed that lines in the hand might be connected to brain development, while others debunked palmistry as a pseudoscience. Still, interest in its mysteries persists. From tarot cards to crystal balls, palmistry remains an enduring symbol in pop culture, with movies and books frequently depicting the classic palm reader, who reveals hidden secrets to the hero. Despite skepticism, palmistry remains a cherished cultural practice around the world. Whether taken as fun or philosophy, it offers a unique perspective on human nature and destiny. In various cultures, the marriage line near the base of the pinky is said to predict marital life. Some legends tell of couples who once compared their marriage lines, believing the length and depth could indicate the union's longevity. In ancient Egypt, palms were sometimes examined by priests to determine a person's path in the afterlife. Lines in the hand were thought to be passages that connected the mortal with the divine, and certain marks were believed to be the blessings of Osiris. In Japan, palmistry, known as Tessu, integrates Zen philosophies, focusing on inner reflection. A long, balanced lifeline, for example, is often interpreted as a sign of harmony with nature and the self. The Mars Mount, located near the thumb, is associated with strength, courage, and resilience, traits valued by warriors. Ancient warriors from Norse to Aztec cultures would sometimes have their palms read to interpret their future in battle. Eastern and Western palmistry both place great importance on the headline, which indicates intellect and clarity of thought. In many traditions, a clear, unbroken headline is seen as a sign of wisdom and mental stability. With the 20th century's renewed interest in the occult, palmistry surged in popularity as part of seances and fortune-telling. Professional palm readers began offering personalized readings to high society figures, lending an air of mystique and rebellion. In medieval Europe, some healers believed the hand revealed signs of physical ailments, with certain lines and colors corresponding to health conditions. The lifeline, for instance, was thought to signal vitality, while changes in line color hinted at illness. In many traditions, the heart line was considered the ultimate indicator of one's romantic future. Smooth, deep lines promised stability, while wavy lines suggested a more tumultuous love life, intertwining emotions with destiny. In recent decades, scientists have explored dermatoglyphics, the study of skin patterns, including palm lines, as it relates to genetic disorders. Certain palm traits are now examined for potential early diagnosis of health conditions. While major lines hold the spotlight, minor lines like the fate line, intuition line, and sun line carry subtler meanings. Each can reveal hints about spiritual pursuits, creative potential, or unexpected life paths. Throughout history, symbols such as the Hamsa hand, a talisman believed to protect from evil, have shown the cultural significance of the hand as a symbol of protection, prosperity, and guidance. In some cultures, palmistry was associated with curses and taboos, with certain hand shapes or lines believed to indicate bad omens. Yet, these associations often reflected society's deeper fears and superstitions. During the Renaissance, the hand appeared in artwork to signify character and fate. Baroque painters used hands in dramatic gestures, subtly reflecting palmistry's influence on art and symbolism. In Western palmistry, each mount is ruled by a planet. The mount of Venus governs love and passion, while the mount of Jupiter speaks of leadership and ambition, drawing parallels to astrology. In the modern era, palmistry has faced skepticism from the scientific community, often dismissed as pseudoscience. However, its allure continues, with many embracing it as a tool for introspection. Carl Jung, intrigued by symbolism, suggested that symbols like those in palmistry could serve as reflections of the subconscious mind. He proposed that the hands archetypes hold keys to personal insight. Palmistry endures as an art, offering a mirror to both our present personality and potential future. Whether seen as a science, art, or introspective practice, it continues to captivate those who seek to understand the mysteries of their own hands. The sister line, often found parallel to the lifeline, is considered a sign of protection, symbolizing a twin soul, or guardian spirit. Ancient Indian traditions believed it represented a soulmate connection, offering a lifelong spiritual bond. In ancient Greece, the oracles of Delphi were said to use the hands of supplicants to foresee their futures, interpreting lines as messages from the gods. The lifeline, for example, might predict a journey or reveal omens from Apollo himself. In Western palmistry, the Mount of Mercury, located below the pinky, represents eloquence, intelligence, and wit. Figures from ancient Rome to modern-day politicians have been drawn to its insights for predicting influence and charisma. In Eastern traditions, dominant and non-dominant hands reflect yin and yang energies. The left hand shows inherited traits, while the right reveals active personality, with balance signifying harmony in life's pursuits. The girdle of Venus, a delicate arc above the heart line, is linked to heightened emotions, sensitivity, and artistic passion. Poets and painters from the Romantic era believed this line indicated a soul deeply attuned to beauty and sorrow. According to legend, Buddha's hand bore unique markings that signified divine wisdom. In Buddhist iconography, hands with elongated fingers and distinct lines represent enlightenment, with each line pointing to a path of virtue. The Mount of Sun, just below the ring finger, is associated with creativity and fame. Artists and musicians across eras sought this mount's prominence, believing it foretold an illustrious life devoted to beauty and expression. Romani people, known for their deep-rooted spiritual practices, are credited with spreading palmistry across Europe. Their insights blended astrological, cultural, and mystical elements, crafting a holistic view of the palm's secrets. In ancient Mesoamerican cultures, the palm was seen as a reflection of the cosmos, with each line corresponding to deities and natural forces. Aztec shamans read the palms of leaders to foresee prosperity and harmony with the gods. The intuition line, often faint and rare, is said to grant insight into hidden truths and spiritual awareness. Mystics and seers with this line were revered, as they believed it allowed them to sense beyond the ordinary. The sun line, sometimes called the Apollo line, is a marker of one's fame, wealth, or talent. A deep and uninterrupted sun line hints at a life of recognition, cherished by figures from musicians to monarchs. During the Victorian era, palmistry enjoyed a resurgence as part of the scientific romance movement, where curiosity about the natural world met fascination with the occult. Books, clubs, and parlors dedicated to palm reading flourished. The fate line, running vertically down the palm, is associated with career and life direction. In many traditions, a clear fate line symbolizes a determined path, while interruptions indicate significant life changes or obstacles. Today, palmistry meets technology with digital palm reading apps. Using AI to analyze lines and mounts, these apps claim to interpret one's personality and future with precision, bridging ancient art with modern tech. The lifeline, often misinterpreted as a marker of lifespan, can be broken without ill omens. In palmistry lore, a broken line symbolizes new beginnings, resilience, and the ability to reinvent oneself after challenges. In Hollywood's golden age, some actors and actresses sought palm readings to understand their sun line, hoping it foretold fame. Studio executives encouraged it, adding mystique to the allure of stardom. Today, palmistry finds new life in holistic and spiritual circles, blending with practices like meditation and self-reflection. Practitioners focus on self-awareness rather than divination, emphasizing the journey over destiny. In the digital age, biometric palm scans raise ethical questions. While technology can map handlines with unprecedented precision, concerns about privacy and the use of personal data add a new layer to palmistry's role in society. From ancient mystics to modern science, palmistry has adapted and evolved, reflecting humanity's desire for meaning and self-knowledge. Whether seen as a science, art, or spiritual guide, palmistry remains a testament to the mysteries we seek in our hands.